Welcome back, Sweden, to your Caribou Data Science channel. This is the afternoon of October the 8th, 2021. Before we get started, a few favors as always to ask. First of all, of course, you know the first part. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, click on the share button, share the video on Facebook and Twitter. You can also copy and paste a link into an email or text message. All right. And secondly, okay, now if you go down and you click on the description, you're gonna see two links down there. The first link is a link to my Twitter channel, okay, Dave's Data Analytics channel, okay. If you're interested in data analytics and in general, and our programming in particular, be sure to join me 8 p.m. this evening for the Dave's Data Analytics channel. And secondly, I need your help to get my my Twitter feed on off the ground. So if you click on that Twitter link and follow me on Twitter this evening, that'd be fantastic. Okay. So let's just go and take a look at your numbers now. Sweden, in the middle of summer, Sweden did start doing something a little different. They switched from a 7-day reporting cycle with cases and deaths to a 4-day reporting cycle, which means they're adding Saturday, Sunday, and Monday's numbers on the Tuesday numbers, which, as you'll see, produced a pretty big spike. Okay, but although that practice is questionable, I mean, why all of a sudden after 18 months did you change? But even so, your numbers are still pretty doggone low. Okay, let's be honest about it. So we can look over here is you've already passed the number. You've already passed over 700,000 cases so far this year. It looks like. Uh, so you can see you have already passed 2020 cases. Okay, and the question is how many people were vaccinated here prior to getting the disease? And deaths, we know there's a pretty good shot, my friends, that your 2021 COVID-19 deaths will not catch 2020 COVID-19 deaths. But of course, the question remains the same: how many of these people here are vaccinated? Now here's the spikes I'm talking about. All these spikes are Tuesday numbers, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday's numbers. So it's kind of hard to tell exactly what the actual numbers were for these 3 days. So instead, what we're concerned with is this blue line down here. Okay, this is just a fitted or trend line. It helps us see the underlying trend or pattern to the numbers, and the underlying trend is somewhere back over here. Uh, Looks like the middle of summer. Uh, COVID-19 cases in Sweden began to decline. Then like some countries, you saw an increase in July, but now you're starting to see a decrease in cases again. Now let's take a look at the 14-day moving average here. So for the 14-day period ending October the 7th, you were averaging 704.5 cases per day. Okay. Now deaths are a little bit tricky because apparently somewhere back over here they made an adjustment to the numbers. You had this long declining pattern. This really crazy, like one death here, okay, declining pattern, okay, so followed by an increase. But it now appears that it's now adjusted to those numbers and it's starting to level back off. Maybe deaths are beginning to decline a little bit in Sweden now, okay. If you look at this over here, again you can see 14-day moving average. For the 14-day period ending October the 7th, you were averaging 4.5 deaths per day. And this number here, of course, is your weekly cases. How many people over here are vaccinated. What about monthly cases? Well, you can see August, September was up a little bit from the previous 2 months, but it's still pretty doggone low. It's still maybe under 25,000 for each one of those 2 months. What about deaths? Well, you got a slight spike up here, and it looks as if October's deaths has already passed August deaths. Okay, but even so, I mean, even this number here is still it's just crazy low. Okay. So anyway, Sweden, before I let you go again, of course, you know what I'm talking about here now. You're waiting for me to end the video, right? Okay. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, and also if you're interested in data in the description below, if you're interested in data analytics and our programming, be sure to follow me on Twitter at 8 p.m. this evening, New York time. And secondly, I need your help getting my Twitter channel off the ground, so I'd appreciate you to click on that Twitter link and follow me on Twitter today. Thanks so much for your time, Sweden. We'll see you tomorrow with an updated report.